Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time coming to the channel, hit that subscription button down there. We're going to update you guys on some stuff with Xbox Series X. So we've been getting a little trickle of information in regards to certain features and stuff that we really haven't gotten any information about. I mean, we're a little over a month away and we're still learning brand new stuff. Also with the PlayStation 5, we're learning stuff as well. Both of these consoles have some really cool stuff about them. In today's article, we're actually going to talk about an interesting feature that deals with storage management. So storage is key when it comes to all of your games and your updates, your downloads and stuff that are in there. So we're going to read this. This is an article from retbit.com. Very interesting read. Before I get to it again, make sure you enable your notifications and subscribe down below so you don't miss any Xbox headlines or PS5 or Nintendo Switch or whatever. But anyways, here we go. We have Xbox Series X will allow users to delete parts of games to free up space. So this headline caught my attention because space is crucial when you have a lot of games. Trust me. I run through 1 terabyte very quickly on my Xbox One. So to see this is interesting, not because you're deleting a whole game, but it says parts of the game. So I wanted to go ahead and just let's read on about this and get some more info. So it says, in the age of digital downloads, organizing, freeing up space on one's gaming console is becoming an increasingly onerous burden. They got that right. Microsoft aims to alleviate that burden with next-generation Xbox Series X and S consoles in a number of ways, including the application of the same USB 3.1 external hard drive used on the Xbox One, on the Series X and S, custom expansion cards, and an interesting new feature, get this, allowing Xbox gamers to choose specific parts of a game to uninstall in order to free up disk space. That is huge. It seems like every day there's a new game changer or some kind of new feature that either Xbox makes or that PlayStation 5 makes. So this information was revealed in Director of Programming for the Microsoft Xbox Live, Larry Herb, aka Major Nelson's latest podcast, in a portion of the interview with Xbox Series X developer producer Jason Ronald. So this is what he said on the interview. He said, even beyond the hardware, we've actually made user interface improvements to make it easier for you to manage your storage, Ronald said. As an example, one of the new features we're adding is actually for, if a child chooses to support, the ability to selectively uninstall different components of the game. I'm sorry, dyslexia. No, I don't have it. Ronald went on to explain with an example of a game containing both single player and multiplayer facets. So this is almost kind of like the ready to start when you're installing a game and you can play part of the game, usually like a small portion of the single player campaign. He says he went on to explain with an example of a game containing both single player and multiplayer facets. Let's say you play a campaign as an example and then you want to focus exclusively on multiplayer. If the developers of the game choose to support it, you can actually uninstall the campaign itself so that you can be more in control of how you're actually using your storage. So you really get the most benefit out of the available storage you have. That's actually really cool. Again, that's almost like when you're installing a game and the game's not completely full on your Xbox One or your Xbox, whatever you're going to have, but you can play a portion of it. It's almost like that. To give an example, let's say you completed the single-player campaign of Call of Duty Modern Warfare and wanted to use the game only for sporadic multiplayer bouts. With the storage management feature of the Xbox Series consoles, you could then uninstall the single-player data from the game and retain the multiplayer at your discretion in order to better utilize your overall data storage. So that's actually humongous. I mean, I could think of a game right off the bat that I play on PlayStation 4 that uses a lot of storage space, but I only play the multiplayer, and that's GTA 5 and also Red Dead Redemption 2. So if those games on the Xbox Series X can have the single player campaign removed and you could just keep GTA Online or Red Dead Online, I would be all for that. That would easily knock off almost at least 40 gigabytes, maybe even more. I don't know. I think the size of Red Dead was like almost 100, right? but for single player, that would probably take off a huge chunk if you took it off. So it says, although it's still unclear how exactly the selective uninstallation will work for games that only contain elements of single player modes or multiplayer modes respectively, we're definitely looking forward to the improved level of customization in terms of game storage on the next-gen Xbox X and Series S consoles. What do you think of the selective uninstallment option? Okay, so selective uninstallment. This is huge, guys, especially again in the world of digital gaming. Not just digital gaming, the world of modern gaming in general. Again, there's some games that I play and I only play the online part. Like, I can't even remember the last time I played a single player campaign on GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption, Call of Duty. you know what I mean? Even like Battlefront 2 that just came out. These days, modern gaming, online gaming, multiplayer is where it's at. But a lot of these huge games have some huge save files. And if you think about it, a lot of that is taking up space on your storage. And sure, these new consoles might have a good amount of storage, but eventually you need space freed up. So the idea of deleting parts of the games is actually really interesting in my book. They're thinking outside the box. This is another quality of life update that actually improves the gameplay experience. Also factoring on top of that how they're allowing you to pre-install games before you even buy them. So you can go and pre-install them onto your Xbox Series X or S and have them ready for you to play day one. Whenever you're ready to pre-order it, you just make your payment info. But you could pre-install them and have it ready for when you to go. That's one quality of life. The other one is the optimization of the backwards compatibility. Having, the ability to play Xbox Original, Xbox One, and Xbox 360 games on the same console. And now adding on top of that, Xbox Series X allowing users to delete parts of games to free up space. I mean, why weren't they touting this during the showcases? Not just Xbox, but like PlayStation 5. Why didn't they tout the boost mode? Why don't they tout the way Oodle and Kraken work together to make loading times a little bit more faster? Like, so many of these features that we still haven't even seen. So definitely really interested to see this in action. This sounds like it's going to be a game changer in my most humble opinion. I'm getting both of these consoles for sure. I'm very excited about this next console generation. This was some big news that I saw being reported online, and I just had to talk about it. So what do you guys think down below? Let me know your thoughts on this feature. This could definitely come in handy as far as storage resource space. So let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.